We were the first member of the stock exchange to lead a company onto the stock exchange. Prior to that, we were using former parastatal companies that were being privatized by the government, and the advisors were mostly foreign, English or South African. We were the first ones to bring the product is known as Swisspot. We have Swisspot on our stock exchange. Swisspot was the first product locally managed that came to the stock exchange. After that, then we had a series of companies coming onto the stock exchange. Cement companies, we did the biggest, it's called Twiga Cement, that we did. Then we did, when we switched to the non-equity markets, we did 2 bonds, corporate bonds, for the East African Development Bank and for another investor called Bidco. This was guaranteed by Barclays South Africa. So we were working with South African colleague advisors. You know, then we had a new window opened on the stock exchange. This is called the Enterprise Growth Market. This was done around about 2010. This was supposed to enable new companies to come in that do not have the track record that was necessary for the previous main board. So since then, we have done 5 banks. We began with the Bank for Teachers, Mwalimu Commercial Bank. Then there was a Catholic bank called Mkombozi Commercial Bank. We had another one called Maendeleo Bank. We have a small bank here called the Dar es Salaam Community Bank. It was the best seller for a long time. That also we did bring to the stock exchange. So since then, we've had several other microfinance institutions, 2 of them on the EGM part of the stock exchange. And we had our first unit trust in 2015 called Umande. So basically, we have the biggest database of our clients because we did most of the IPOs ourselves, either as advisors or as sponsors. We have Exim Bank is the 5th largest bank in Tanzania. So we did the retail bond for them. And in the process, we got the chemistry right, and Exim now owns 80% of CORE Securities. We are the only firm that is working with the bank, apart from another one called Rasilimali that works with the TIB. But now we have 80% of our equity owned by this first-class bank, Exim Bank Tanzania. I think it's number 5 in terms of assets in the country. We have got half a dozen licensed brokers in various capacities. We have an insurance brokerage as a subsidiary because most of that we do revolves around attracting many customers. It's labor intensive. So all these are the things that we are doing. But like I said earlier, we are having a problem with the liquidity in the market. We find that many of what we can do would require the presence of a market maker. Now, a market maker would intervene wherever you find stocks are overvalued or undervalued. This has been the experience in Tanzania most of the time. They either begin going very high and then they go very low, but the true value is somewhere in between. So we feel that with the market maker, somebody can leverage on the size of the market and what I call the poor valuation of the stocks of the market to stabilize the prices. This requires the presence of market maker. Unfortunately, I think at the present time, the core capital of the brokers are still quite low. They are much lower than you have in Kenya, they're much lower than you have in Nigeria. And this is one reason why we are not taking a lot of the advisory and a lot of the market making that would add value to the product.